Okay.
There's a lot of pieces of foster care.
A lot of pieces. That's
If just want to mention, if reunification is not possible, foster parents are the first contact for adoption. In that
okay.
case.
Now, during the time of foster care, because most of us don't have a great deal of money, how do we provide for the kids and what?
Catholic Charities have financial assistance.
Okay.
For each program is differently.
Mm-hmm. We have 3 programs, so stipends run between $725 a month for infants.
Okay.
We also have a medically fragile infant program, which offers $1,200 because the kids are going to have more medical needs.
Sure.
And then with our school-age children, we provide $1,770 a month.
Now, when you say the kids are going to have medical needs, then the money that will come into the house, let's say it's $1,200 a month, that money has to be spent on doctor care, or is there
No, all the kids have Medicaid,
Medicaid?
but
Okay.
that's for formula. You may have a child that needs a really special formula
Sure.
that's much more expensive. You may have, you may go through more diapers.
Sure. Okay.
Depending, so there's more money built in there for the needs of that child.
Yes, because there was a sister that come by not too long ago over the summer and said that her kid drunk some kind of formula.
Mm-hmm.
It's a special formula that and it cost $29. I went to Walmart and I'm shopping at Walmart. I went and bought it. The formula cost $29 and stuff. She said the kid couldn't have milk or nothing like that.
Right.
It was Similac,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't Similac milk. It was some kind of
Special. Yeah.
formula. I don't know what because she said no. If it's the $13 one, that's not the one.
Right.
So and not going against Similac and everything,
Right.
whatever. But yeah, wow, okay.
I was going to say, it's also about balancing the budget as a parent. For example, for kids that are during school, and during winter time, they go to school during the day.
Sure.
But in the summer, they don't have school, so maybe budgeting, maybe saving some money during the winter time, so in the summer, they can go to summer camp
Sure.
and different activities.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Now, the foster care program don't offer these things. You guys don't offer like a summer camp for the kids. Do y'all offer free diapers and things free food and
We
stuff?
don't, because we are providing such a large stipend to the
Okay.
families to really care for all those things. As far as we don't offer a summer camp, but if you can't find one, your clinician will help you find
Okay.
that. Maybe we have another foster parent in the area who sends their foster child or even biological children to a camp that they would highly suggest. So
Oh,
everyone
okay.
kind of works together to be resources to each other, even within the agency.
Now, what happens when, let's say, they decide to adopt a kid? Now, that stipend and things and all that, do that stop at that moment?
I'm not too familiar with it because we're really on the foster care beginning end. But to my knowledge, when you're adopting through the state, the child pretty much becomes your child. There
Okay.
usually is some financial assistance they would give you. I'm not 100% sure whether or not it would be what you receive through foster care because it's such a large amount. It may be, something, but not the same.
What's the length of time that one could foster care a child of the same child? Can, let's say, from 6 months to 18? Can they? How long can they go? And
In the home,
Yeah,
home
yes,
placement.
yes.
Every case is different. Average, I believe, is 22 months.
Average stay is 22 months.
22 months stay.
so, okay, so after 22 months, even if it's a successful stay, then what happens?
The child would still stay with you. Throughout the child being with you, they're working on reunification or
Okay.
adoption. So let's just take your example that you gave, a child from 6 months to 18. More than likely, if that child comes into your home at 6 months, they may still be in your house at 18, but not as a foster child.
As an
At
adopted.
that point, you would have adopted that
Okay,
child.
suppose economically you can't afford to adopt, and then you using, not that you're using the program, not that you are getting over on anybody, but you're saying, well, listen, I'm here for you, but economically I can't, then wouldn't it be easier for me to keep you in foster care, get the money, you know what I mean, and then help you along the way?
I'm going to kind of go on assumption on this because, like I said, we don't work that far into that part of it.
Okay.
But my my idea would be is that more than likely, the big thing is really permanency for these kids. So if you came to me and said, look, I have this child and I want to adopt them, but I don't know if I can financially do it,
Sure.
instead of keeping that child in foster care, more than likely, we're contracted by the state, so the state really has a lot of what the final say with the children, and
Sure.
would be then the one providing a stipend. But we would assist in in saying to the state that we find that it's in the best interest of this child to be adopted by this family, and if they're going to need a stipend to do it, hey, do you think we can make that happen?
Oh, okay. Well, that's wonderful. That sounds good. Let me ask you, what's the longest period that you guys have had a kid in the system? What year is actually for them to get emancipated, as they say?
18. However, right now, children, as long as they're in, whether it's college or some sort of trade school,
Yes.
can stay in foster care up until the age of 21.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If they're not in school or anything like that, then they would be emancipated. But
Okay, well, maybe you two can help us understand what has been you guys' success rate with getting the kids adopted? I mean, getting kids, even in foster parents to take the kids in. Have you guys had any success with it?
we've had a lot of successes. I mean,
Especially in border baby
Yeah.
programs.
infants,
Right.
we've had a lot of adoptions. We've also seen a good number of reunifications. We've also seen a good number of reunifications with birth parents still keeping in contact with foster parents.
Oh, okay.
So,
Now, when you say border babies, what do you mean by that?
The infants, the
Okay.
infant programs.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Wow, okay. I think we're gonna go to commercial, if we can. We're gonna go through.
My name is Justin, and I am a foster kid. For a long time, I was moved from home to home. I was never any place long enough to join the Little League or to have a best friend. Everything I had fit in 2 garbage bags, which I would pack up whenever they told me to. And then 2 years ago, I came to Catholit Charity. They introduced me to my new resource family. Now I don't have to worry about moving. I have a best friend, and more importantly, I have a home. A lot of kids aren't so lucky.
There are more than 11,000 kids in New Jersey who have nowhere to go. Some of them are kids like Justin who just want to be safe. Some of them are babies. A lot of them have been hurt or neglected. All of them need your help. Anyone can be a resource family. All you need is a room in your house and a room in your heart. Resource families are so important because children grow best in families. Please help us keep New Jersey's children safe. Become a resource family. Call 866-247-HOME. That's 866-247-HOME. A child will thank you. Therapeutic Foster Care is a division of Catholic Charities, Diocese of Metuchen.
That right there is a very beautiful display of information in that commercial.
thank you.
So yeah, that's real nice and everything. We're back and we're talking with Catholic Charities, and I guess what the next question is. Let's say you have we're gonna just set up some scenarios so people out here can feel a little comfortable. Let's say you have a couple that they're interested in adopting and they don't have any kids, and they both go to work. Let's say like 5 in the morning now. Okay, how do they go about foster parenting a kid? Because they got to leave at 5 in the morning.
That's difficult. More than likely, we work with the Office of Licensing, and
Okay.
the Office of Licensing also has standards and asks questions of us of how are families going to be able to work this out.
That's
So
right.
those are answers that we definitely have to get from families. In my head, I can think of 2 options.
Okay.
One would be that would it be possible for one parent to maybe talk to work and switch their hours, if possible. Some people do shift work and are able to move from a morning shift to an evening shift,
Sure.
depending. The other possibility would maybe to be to ask a family member or a close friend to be considered what we call an alternate caregiver.
Okay.
So they could be someone who would basically go through the process with the family and would say, I'm committed to taking this child to school every morning.
Because
being
they
there with the
definitely
child.
need that right there at that
Right.
time in the morning.
Right.
Because I know that a lot of the airline workers
Mm-hmm.
that I've talked to about this Catholic Charities and just about diapers and about the whole thing with adopting kids, and the hours that they have, you know, they, you know,
Difficult,
Yeah.
very, very difficult, you know.